which is the derivation is also known as a canonical derivation, rightmost derivation. Canonical derivation వచ్చేసి rightmost derivation అనమాట. Explanation: the rightmost derivation is also known as the canonical derivation. In a rightmost derivation, the rightmost non-terminal symbol is a consistently chosen to be expanded using a production rule at each step of the derivation process. This type of derivation is a fundamental to bottom-up parsing techniques in a compiler design. Why other options are incorrect? Leftmost derivation is a reverse in used to top-down parsing specifically for predictive parsing techniques, but the standard rightmost derivations not in a reverse is a canonical one. Leftmost derivation is a distinct type of derivation used by a top-down parsers, where the leftmost non-terminal is always expanded first, and it is not referred as a canonical derivation. Rightmost derivations in a reverse is a derivation in reverse is a sequence of production and LAN parser, a type of bottom-up parser traces out, but the sequence itself is not a canonical derivation. The rightmost derivation is తర్వాత k nearest neighbors algorithm is dash a supervised classification algorithm, and that classifies new data points based on the nearest data points. Explanation: the k nearest neighbors KNN algorithm is supervised learning algorithms because it uses a labeled training data set to make predictions or to classify a new data points. The algorithms learns the relationship between the input features and the known output labels during its operation, specifically during the testing or prediction phase, as it's a lazy learning algorithm that uses the entire data set for references. Why other options are incorrect? Unsupervised learning algorithms work with unlabeled data to find the patterns or structures within the data, such as clustering, without prior knowledge of the correct output. KNN requires labels to determine the majority class among its neighbors. The reinforcements learning is an area of machine learning concentrated with how intelligent agents ought, ought to take actions in an environment to maximize the cumulative reward. It does not apply to the classification method used by KNN. The deep learning is a subfield of machine learning that uses multi-layered neural networks. While deep learning methods can be supervised or unsupervised, KNN itself is a separate non-parametric algorithms that does not use a neural network. Match the following algorithms with the average complexities. Average complexities. బైనరీ సెర్చ్కి వచ్చేసి ఓ ఆఫ్ లాగ్ ఎన్, యావరేజ్ అదే, మ్యాక్సిమం కూడా అదే అనుకుంటా. క్విక్ సార్ట్ ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ లాగ్ ఎన్, లీనియర్ సెర్చ్ ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్, సెలక్షన్ సార్ట్ ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ స్క్వేర్. ఓకే, బైనరీ సెర్చ్ వచ్చేసి లాగ్ ఎన్, క్విక్ సార్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ లాగ్ ఎన్, తర్వాత లీనియర్ సెర్చ్ వచ్చేసి ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్, లీనియర్ సెర్చ్ ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్ టైమ్, లీనియర్ సెర్చ్ యావరేజ్గా ఓ ఆఫ్ ఎన్లే, సెలక్షన్ సార్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఎన్ స్క్వేర్. In any computer network, a communication protocol normally performs which of the following functions for an efficient and error-free transaction of data? The data routing, producer and outer of the transmission, data security, data formatting అన్నీ యూజ్ చేస్తుంది. Explanation: communication protocols are sets of rules and conventions that govern how data is exchanged between devices in a network. They ensure efficient, reliable and error-free transmission of a data by performing several essential functions. Data routing: this involves determining the optimal path for data packets to travel across the network to either to their destination. The network layer protocols like IP handle the routing. Two, producer and order of the transmission protocols define the rules and sequence for sending and receiving data, including flow control and error control mechanisms like TCP sequencing. 3. Data security. Many modern protocols include security measures such as encryption and authentications like SSL or TLS, HTTPS to protect data integrity and confidentiality during transmission. 4. Data formatting protocols define that structure, syntax, and format of the data to ensure interoperability and proper interpretation between different systems. Why other options are incorrect? 75. What is the least number which when divided by 12, 16, 18 and 30 leaves a remainder of 4 in each case, but it is completely divisible by 7? Mm-hmm. 2884. Finding the least common multiples of 12, 16, 18 and 30. Least common multiple వచ్చేసి 720. Common formula for equation with the remainder. The required number n must leaves a remainder of 4 when divided by 12, 16, 18 and 30. This means n minus 4 is a multiple of LCM, and 720, the number n can be expressed in the format 720 k plus 4. Okay, where k is a positive integer. Ensuring divisibility by 7. K is equals to 1, 721, 724, not mod 3 not equals to mod 7 is equals to 3, not is equals to 0. 720కి 2 సెట్ చేసినప్పుడు, 720కి 3 సెట్ చేసినప్పుడు కాలే, 720కి 4 సెట్ చేసినప్పుడు mod 7 is equals to 0 అయింది. దానికి ఆన్సర్ లైక్ 2884 వచ్చింది. సో అట్లా ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి. 720 k plus 4 mod 7. ఓకే, విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏ ప్రాసెస్ స్టేట్? స్టార్ట్ అనేది ప్రాసెస్ స్టేట్ కాదు, మిగతావన్నీ ప్రాసెస్ స్టేట్సే. Okay, explanation. Start is not a standard process state which is in the most operating systems. The typical process states recognized in operating systems are new, ready, running, waiting or blocked, and terminator or exit. Why other options are incorrect? Ready. The ready state is a standard process state where a process is prepared to run and waiting for the CPU to be assigned to it. The new state is a standard process state indicating that the process is being created. The running state is a standard process state where the process instructions are actively being executed by the CPU. Okay, 77. Which of the language is with its mission format? 142233 0. పుష్ డౌన్ లీనియర్ ఆర్ ట్యూరింగ్ మిషన్. ఓకే, ఒక పిక్చర్ ఉంది కదా, ఆ పిక్చర్ని చూస్తే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. అన్రిస్ట్రిక్టెడ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ట్యూరింగ్ మిషన్. కాంటెక్స్ట్ సెన్సిటివ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ టైప్ 2 type 1 context sensitive language. Linear bound automata. Context free language push down automata. Regular expression finite automata. Which of the following statement is correct? An input device is an electromechanical device that accepts data from the outside world and translate it into a form of computer. Can interrupt. An output device is an electromechanical device that accepts data from a computer and translates them into a form suitable for use outside the world. Context of relational algebra of database management system, which of the symbol is a join operator? Okay, ఇది cross join operator. మిగతా సింబల్స్ ఏం లేవు. అసోసియేటివ్ లా అంటే ఏ ఇంటూ ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ వై ఇంటూ సి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ వై ఇంటూ జెడ్. డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటివ్ లా అంటే ఏ ఇంటూ వై ప్లస్ జెడ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ వై ప్లస్ ఎక్స్ ఇంటూ జెడ్. రెండు కరెక్టేలా. కమ్యూటేటివ్, అసోసియేటివ్, డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటివ్ లా ఇలాంటివి కూడా అడుగుతారా? Which view of the quality argues that quality is something you immediately recognized but cannot explicitly define according to David Gallivan of Harvard Business School? Transcendental view.